Hello, everybody. Andrejko here. When I had heard that we were not returning to school this year, the first thing I thought of was you guys, the class of 2020. And I felt really bad. You guys don't get to go back to the building and be around the people every day where you made such great memories. All those 4 years, and you just left, never to return. And you didn't get that normal senior year experience that you guys deserved for being such a wonderful class. And so I just wanted to share a few thoughts with you that I've been having over the last few days because I've been thinking about you a lot. So, first thing is, this is not the senior skip days that you were probably going to take advantage of. This is probably getting a little old. Um, and kudos to the senior prank that you guys pulled, where you got it to snow in the middle of May. So I tip my cap to you um, for pulling that prank off. Man, you really zinged us on that one. Anyways, let's talk about you guys, class of 2020. I remember you um, on the first day of your first day of school at Homer High School. It was going to be a year where I was going to have a large percentage of freshmen mixed in with my sophomores in honors biology. I had no idea how it was going to go. Luckily, I got a really good taste right first period on the first day of school, even right in the front row. I had Sophia Compagni, Sophia Kristoff, Grace Jacoby, Marla, Andrew Fagerheim, and Thomas Eaton. And he was in a suit. Remember when Thomas Eaton would wear a suit? I love that. Anyways, there and mixed in there were, of course, some other freshmen. It was pretty much 50-50. And then right at about 8:05, just a few seconds before the bell rang, a shy, timid student kind of made her way into the back of the room in the last seat. Not sure if she had not found couldn't find my room or got stuck with her locker or was just running late or whatever. But I just remember her kind of just, oops, sorry, and sneaking into the last seat in the back. But we'll talk more about her later. As for those freshmen, I was really surprised at how intelligent and hardworking that you guys were. You often outscored your fellow sophomore classmates, which I loved to point out on a regular basis when you guys got better scores than they did. That was one of my favorite things to do. I also got to get a little bit closer with a few freshmen that like Ellis and Andrew and Allison when we got to do the Envirothon. You guys were so dedicated to something like outside of your classwork. We went on site visits and we did all the research and we put together all the plans. And I got to tell you, you guys gave one of the greatest speeches for freshmen to give to adults, only to be shot down by some good old boys who didn't know what they were talking about when it comes to farming in our own community. But rant over. But yes, I got a great dose of you guys as freshmen, and then came the full flood of you guys in 10th grade, where I got the bulk of you then. And I saw much of the same thing. You guys just had that great, unique personality of just hard work, interest in school. You cared about learning. Some of you, you cared about getting good grades, of course, but you guys just would work hard and do better. And it was funny because then when I had you guys as sophomores, you guys outcompeted the freshmen that you guys were in classes which I also loved to point out. And so, yes, that was a good year. I honestly can say that your sophomore year was one of my greatest and favorite years of teaching. I honestly would say that when people would say, "How's your year going?" You know, the class of 2020 gives me faith in the future. And I would say that all the time. Anyways, we had many fond memories of laughing too hard, maybe digressing too far, arguing a bit too much. But, it led to a lot of discussions that allowed us to delve deeper into topics and learn a lot more that I ever had planned in my plan book. And so you guys did that, and without that personality, I think we would have never learned as much as we did together as a team. And so that was great. Luckily, our relationship didn't end in 10th grade. A lot of you would come back before school or ninth periods, usually to tell me that I was right and that honors chemistry was super hard. And that always makes me smile. Sometimes you guys would just say hi when I was standing in the halls outside my room during passing time, give a wave. I got to tell you, that really meant more to me than you may know. So thank you for all those days and times you just waved or smiled. That really meant a lot to me. Speaking of memories, I have a short list of memories of your class that stand out to me. Freshman year, I lost some hearing in this ear, I think, because of the Sophia's being so loud and shrieking, or was it you? Was it you, Grace? I'm not sure. I remember being blown away by Brad's math skills, and Jacob's ability to remember everything. I remember comparing peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with Steven. I remember debating the pronunciation of herbivore with Ryan McLaughlin. I remember and will always remember watching Elise and Ellis make memories that hopefully they'll never forget as best friends. I remember strange arguments and discussions that I would have with Nate Larkin. I remember trying to convince Lydia to meditate, and she never would. But you know what, Lydia? I want you to know I have a lot of respect for you as a person, and you be you. Just remember that. Shout out to Abby Elkins, my birthday buddy. To Delaney, good luck at ESF. I know you'll do great. You are one of the most compassionate and empathetic people I've ever met. You're just an impressive person, and I wish you all the luck. To Ellis, Andrew, Allison, I'm very sorry we didn't get to compete this year. I know you would have brought home first place, and we could have stuck our first place blue ribbon on my wall with all of our other achievements. Shout out to the gentlemen of the class of 2020, like Nick Gravel and Nate Evans and Derek Fick and Braden Rolfe. You guys were the quiet gentlemen who always said thank you and please and hello and goodbye. You just had good manners and respect, and you're the type of gentleman, that the world is going to need in the future. So please keep it up, men. I remember when Jess Arnold and Sequoia and Sophia Christoph would check in for the morning for some weird reason. There would always be some comment that they'd make that would make me laugh. So thank you for giving me my chuckle last year. This year, I really enjoyed discussing life with the likes of Nate Larkin or Grace Jacoby. You guys helped me. You guys helped me a lot. I was having some tough days, and you guys were there for me like friends almost, like true friends. I will remember the quiet ones in your class, like Amber and Madison Hanford. I won't forget you. You just be you. Sometimes talking is just it's not necessary. Um, I will remember this year's random visits from Nate Johnson and Sophia Christoph. Were you guys even in my study hall? I don't think so, right? Right? Maybe I shouldn't be admitting that. I've got two words for you. Maddie Cole. Okay? Need I say more? I apologize to those of you who I didn't mention or never had the chance to meet. Even some of those seniors who I just met recently, like Dom and Cassidy and Madeline Kilmer. You guys were just as great. Sage, you guys will always be a group that is very, very special to me. So let me bring you back to that shy and timid freshman. Um, it all culminated in, was it February, right? Where we had one of our last gatherings as a school, and that was at the Sound of Music. Dell, my son, and I went in, and we were up in the balcony, and we were at the edge of our seats the entire time. We were just blown away by the performance and everyone involved, whether it was the crew dressed in black behind the scenes making everything happen, whether it was the wonderful pit band playing their hearts out, or the actors on stage, junior high all the way through seniors. It was just an amazing performance. You guys just did a great job. There were just so many feelings just, seeing all of you there after all your years of work. I was just blown away. And that one little freshman who was very shy and timid, and you wouldn't have recognized her if you didn't pay attention throughout the year. But that shy freshman went out on that stage as a senior and bore her soul for hundreds of people. Melina Centenary, I salute you. You crushed it, and you are more courageous than you ever know. You did something that I would never be able to do, and I am just amazed and impressed, and kudos to you. So great job. It was just such a wonderful performance. So so I just wanted to give a shout out to you as well. There's one last thing that I want to leave you with, and that is a funny memory of your panoramic photo, right? Remember, somewhere in the middle of the year when you guys got your panoramic photo, one of you guys brought it into my room and let me have it. I can't remember if it was Tacey or Nate or whoever, but we were looking at it and we got a good laugh at all the the funny faces and whatever happened to the 2020 that they had to try to shape you guys in, and why is Nate Larkin sitting out in the middle of the aisle, and why didn't those guys just scoot over for him? If you guys have the panoramic photo, you know what I'm talking about. Well, anyways, I displayed that panoramic photo because I didn't really want it on the top of like my chalkboard, and it sat up there, and we'd look at it, take it down, put it back up, and one day it just fell, and it got trapped behind the chalkboard, just magically encapsulated back there. So, I mean, I'd like it to fall down so that one day I can have it and have this wonderful picture and this memory of you guys. But I think it's probably going to be stuck there for a really, really long time. And so, so I just want you guys to know that you have managed to encapsulate your memory behind the chalkboard of my wall. But of course, more importantly, you guys have found your way well deep in my heart. And so, to the class of 2020, congratulations on your hard work. I'm sorry that you didn't get to finish out in the building. I'm very proud of you. I wish you luck in whatever you do. I know that you'll do great, and I just want to give you all of my love. Mr. Andrejko, class of 2020. Love you guys.